If you want to know how I prepared for my college application process and got my admission with my visa without any complications, you've come to the right place.
I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel Varun in Canada, where I help you make better decisions by providing you tips, hacks and information about life in Canada. I will be walking you through my 5-year journey from being an international student, transitioning to work life and finally getting my permanent residency. I'm going to put all of that information in one place so you can save some time and efforts. Let's get right into it. First step, choose a program. Always choose the right program for you and your visa. Now, what is the difference between you and your visa? Mainly, the program might be good for you. The program might be something you always wanted to do. But if the program is not going to be approved for when you apply for your visa, it's not going to help you at all. So you need to think about this in two ways. Does the program make sense for you? Does the program make sense for the job applications that you're going to put in afterwards? Also, does the program make sense for the visa that you're applying for? Why the visa might get rejected for some programs is because the immigration officer wants to see the connection of your previous education with the program that you're applying for. If they don't see a clear-cut connection between those two courses, the visa can get rejected. Make sure to go through the whole syllabus for the program that you're choosing for, and also ensure that you are going to learn those specific skills that you might need after you graduate for the position that you are looking for. Another great way to do this is talk to your friends or friends of your friends. Figure out who is already in Canada. Maybe you find someone who's already doing the same course that you want to do, and you will get really good information from them, directly from that person, rather than getting all that information and relying on information on either your agency or just the college website. Make sure the course length that you are selecting is enough to get you the post-graduation work permit that you want. You can either get a 1-year permit for a 1-year course, you can get a 3-year permit for a 2-year course. Now, I have gone into detail about this specific selection in my previous video. I'm going to tag the video right here. You can go to that video if you have still not selected the program and are having troubles doing that. You can go to that program and solidify your plans for the course you want to do. Second step. Now, second step is one of the most important steps as per me, because that is when your preparation comes to work. The second step is prepare your paperwork. Keep your documentation ready beforehand before you are going ahead to apply for the colleges. Documents include the proof of completion of your previous studies, official transcripts, and English proficiency test, which is your IELTS or CELPIP. Another point would be make sure that your passport is not expiring in any time between the visa process or the whole college process. If it is, then you need to move your process a bit to accommodate the extension of your passport. Moving on to the third step, check specific admission requirements. Consult the college website for requirements. Obviously, that's where you can start off with. Find out the course you want to do, go to the college website, go through the requirements and any details that you can find on the college website. The next thing you can do is contact that college for any information that you want on that course. Trust me, the colleges are more than happy to help you, because international student and their fees is one of the bread and butter of the colleges over here. They will make sure that they will help you through the process of the application. Now, one really good point in this section is apply to multiple colleges. Now, that might make you think, should I really be applying to multiple colleges? The application fee is an amount definitely that I have to pay out of my pocket. I will still suggest to apply for multiple colleges, because you might find the right program in a good college and your eyes are set on that course and that college, but you never know what can happen throughout the process. There might be a problem, there might be a situation because of which you won't get that program. So instead of being unprepared, apply for multiple colleges, try to find out a similar course or the exact course in different colleges. Be prepared, and once you get approvals from multiple colleges, Now you have a selection you can actually choose from. That is a better position to be in rather than having only applied to one college and you didn't get in that college and now you have to begin the whole process all over again. If this content is helping you make better decisions, please smash that like button, share and subscribe because I have a lot of more information to share. Fourth step, submit your application and wait to be admitted. Most applications are done through the online website for that college. There is a whole process to go through on the website itself. It is pretty self-guided. You cannot really make a lot of mistakes in that whole process. There is definitely an application fee for each course that you apply for, but it's definitely always worth applying to multiple courses, paying those multiple fees, because at the end you will have a selection of courses rather than having to start over, as I already mentioned. Now this is where it sometimes gets tricky. It can catch you off guard. Once the college approves your application and sends you a conditional or unconditional offer letter, you need to pay the first semester's fee out of your pocket just to book that seat. Until you don't pay that fee, that seat is not booked under your name. Just because you have the approval letter does not mean that the seat is guaranteed to you. To make sure that there is no hiccup in this process, think about managing the finances before you start the process. You need to be ready to pay the first semester fee. As soon as you get your approval, you can book that seat. There are two methods you might get your approval letter as. One is conditional and one is unconditional. Now it goes by in the name itself, but to get into details, conditional approval letter means there is one or two conditions that need to be fulfilled, maybe at a later date, and the college sends you the approval letter even when those conditions have not been fulfilled yet, with the promise of you fulfilling them in a few days. In my scenario, I got a conditional offer letter from my college because my IELTS result was delayed due to a lot of reasons, and once I got the conditional offer letter, all the requirements were ticked off, just the IELTS was blank, where I was informed that once I get my IELTS score, I need to update that and then they will send me the unconditional offer letter, which is the final offer letter. Fifth step is apply for your visa. Begin the visa application as soon as you have the offer letter from your college, may it be unconditional or conditional, because the visa process takes about 2 months or more to be finished, and there are a lot of important documents that you need to gather in that process and have them ready. Now, this is a very simple thing, but I still want to mention it. Just because you have an offer letter from a college and you have paid the fees, without the student visa, you cannot come to the country or even stay in the country. So make sure that the visa process is handled in a very detailed way. Sixth step is arrive in Canada. Now that you're finally here, there are still many things that you need to consider, that you need to think about before you go ahead and act. I will be making more videos about it, but as for this video, these 3 points are what you need to know. Once the admission and your visa is approved, make sure you go through a lot of different websites, because travel agencies do have deals going on. You need to make sure that you're catching the best deal for you. The one thing that you need to consider for your flight date is your arrival date for Canada should be at least 2 to 3 weeks before the start of your college date. Now, if it is not possible for you, if by your whole process and the time period that everything is falling in, you might not have a 3-week period, you might only have a 1-week period to land in Canada before your course starts. That is still fine, but try to get your landing date as back as possible away from your college start date, so you get some time to get accommodation, rent apartment, or if you're going to live with your friend, move to your friend's house, set up your whole life so you are good to go when your college begins. Now, as I mentioned, once you have friends, once you make friends in the new college, talk to as many people as you can, figure out what the expense would be running for you monthly in that specific city. Consider rent, groceries, extracurricular activities, transport, and the fifth main thing is any textbook or any material that you will need to do your course. One really good way you can do this is search on Facebook and join the Facebook groups of your college or of your course as well. There are course specific groups as well. Find them, join them, and you can ask any questions in those groups because all the international students are always helpful. You can also go through a lot of questions that are posted already. If you have a new question, go ahead and post it. You will get good information. If you love the tips I gave you on how to prepare for your college application process, then make sure you hit that notification bell, because in the next video, I'm going to show you how to book the best and cheapest flight tickets and also how to book your accommodation in Canada. See you in the next one. Peace.